They're guys. They do magic. They are the Magic Guys.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode. Oh my God, we've done it. It is
250.
The Magic Guys podcast. We as professional magicians answer your questions, interview wonderful guests, and today hear and manifest your 2026 goals. To my left, we've got Nick K.
What's up, friends? I'm Nick K, and join us also is Daddy Doug.
Happy New Year's, mon ami.
Whoa, coming in strong on the mic.
Is that too much for the mic? Should I back it off a little?
Yeah, it's all in good fun. But firstly, hey, Happy New Year, you guys. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year, friends.
Happy New Year to all our friends in the chat. Happy New Year. We got Po Boy, Drago Tier, Tim Askin, Scotty P, Scott Link. Guys, thank you for being here. Red Aces, which is our friend Gehan. Good to see you, bud. Guys, Alex Lamb, Happy New Year, buddy. As you guys know, we had a rockin' little awards show on the last one. Drago is asking the 5-6 days, how we feeling? I did a lot of overeating, dude. Like a full 4 kilo overeating. It comes off really quickly, thankfully. But my God, how about you guys?
Yeah, I had Christmas with family staying with us, so it just meant the house was always full of great food and treats. So from Christmas to New Year's was just, I'm a sucker for fruitcake, like Christmas cake. So it's like every day I'm just eating a couple of slices throughout the day. And but now that we're into the new year, I'm focused and working it off slowly. You know, what about you, Doug?
Shit, I'm still trying to finish off those cakes everyone sent me from the last live stream. Thanks again, everybody. Sorry I missed last week. Yeah, it's been a crazy house here in Trick Supply. Certainly want to be here, but we were busy as last week. And aside from that, been a chill holiday for me and orchestrated to be such. Loving it. 2026, likely to be my best year ever. Let's go.
Well, I like that you're manifesting that. And that's exactly what this episode is all about. So we asked you guys on last week's episode and on our Discord, if you haven't signed up to the Discord yet, jump on it. It's a good community. And we wanted to know what your guys and gals, what your goals were for the year of 2026. And you guys sent in a lot. Like there is like a lot. And so I say we jump straight into it because we're probably going to end up going into overtime trying to get through all of these speak pipes. So do you have one lined up, Josh?
Yeah, let's just do it. We're going to go through them. We'll reflect and help where we can. But the first one is coming from Pasha, avid listener and friend of the show.
Hey, Magic Guys, it's Pasha here, and here are my goals for 2026. You've got to make them specific. So I'm being really specific on this. 1, Magic is 20% of my income, so I increase it up to 20% of my income. Last year, it was about 5%. 2, I want to score a gig over $2,000. I want the confidence and the ability to pull that in. And 3, I want to write my own show. Don't necessarily need to perform it yet, but I want to write my own 30-minute set. That's just my stuff. None of this, buying other people's stuff and rebranding it, but just trying to come up with my own thing for 30 minutes. So they're my 3 goals for 2026. How I'm going to do them? I don't know. You guys are going to tell me in some sort of future podcast. I'm going to look at your past podcasts and get all the ideas and information and skills because you guys are absolutely fantastic. Love you guys. Peace out.
Love you too, Pasha. Thanks for sending in.
Pasha, what a G. All right, quick reflection on Pasha. Nick?
So quickly, the 20% of the income and wanting to get a gig worthy of a $2,000 rate. Not impossible, not one bit. I think that where you become valuable to that extent is that you have the promo to back it up. So it's really hard for some guys that work for me to get them a higher rate because they don't have any promo, any photos, anything. They've not invested any of their own money into themselves to show that they're worth that amount. So in the same breath, I also have inquiries come into the business and they'll go, I've only got $300. And I go, you can have this guy. They go, cool, send me his show reel and his promo. And I went, you're not getting a magician with show reels and promo for $300. You're not getting that. It's just
You might not even get a magician.
like my word is the recommendation, and that's all I can give you. But if you want promo and stuff, you pay for the privilege of a magician who's invested in that, and that's a $2,000 privilege. So that's my advice to get that off the ground. So I'm not saying do it all yourself. There's people like Josh who are amazing at editing and whatever else, look for entities like that. Anyone else want to add to that?
Well, I know Pasha's brother, who works with the Theatre of Magic every week, is a video editor. So Pasha is performing at the Theatre of Magic every week. Cartel's an editor. That's just a match made in heaven. And we've talked about this before. Pasha just needs to actually organize that to edit a sick video. And then the main thing, here's the real secret, guys. If you've been thinking about charging more for a show, like this, here's the secret. Just actually ask for more money. Like, actually put up your price. You can always go backwards. You can't go upwards on price. If a client agrees to a price, you can't charge them more. But if you start at what you are worth and you want to go for, you can always go backwards if you have to. That's all. So if you say your price is $2,000, Pasha, and the good thing is this is not your main source of income, eventually someone's going to say yes. So I would just start asking for that amount. It's not going to magically happen otherwise, and you'll do it. And then to write your own show, that's awesome. For me, I need a deadline. Like, I need to know I'm performing somewhere in order to make me sit down and write or create something. So that can be really tricky and easy to procrastinate. But if you can set aside that 20 minutes every night before bed or something to write your own thing, then that's great too. But great goals. And I'm performing with Pasha, I think in it's either this week or next week. So we're going to have words. And my
Doug,
dogs agree.
What's your thoughts on producing OG material?
What, in general? Like for these goals in particular?
Well, I think that the money thing is pretty well covered, but with regards to writing original material, what are your thoughts on that? Because I feel that erroneous of being sort of original, you can put a style on something. Okay, so for example, the coins, coins across three coins, one hand to the other. Okay, that is a staple. All right, so think about that as a song. It could be, let's just say it's My Way by Paul Anka. Okay. It was Sinatra that made that song sing. So what I'm getting at is that, like, you can sing things in your own way. It's totally okay to do that. You know what I mean? Like, when you have your style, you can do an effect that's your style. I have a Q&A effect, which I'm working tirelessly on, which is I'm putting a lot of work into it before I put it on stage. And rather than doing a Q&A, it's going to be my style, because I don't think questions are personal enough. So what I do is I say, you make a wish. So you make a wish, it goes into the thing. And the premise for mine is, like, where do wishes go when they're tossed in the well? Are they screaming for help? And let me help you find your wish and give you some advice. That is the Nick K style to that. So I think that take a moment, identify your style as a person, that you're either caring and warm and whatever you want to do, and make people feel welcome. Or, it could be the opposite. You could be this egotistical, crazy Jason Ledani, like entirely competent, that's clashes with almost over cockiness. You know what I mean? Like, whatever it is, like, put your style to an effect is my advice.
Yeah, if you have a unique point of view and a strong character, I think you'll find the presentations you're writing for your show will evolve a little more naturally. Now, that's easier said than done, because finding that character, and ideally a unique offering, something people haven't seen before.
Yeah,
That's
look up
the real stuff.
Carissa Hendricks material, like her chats that she's had on developing character. Okay, that stuff is a very good guide.
And we're lucky we know Pasha. So I know he's actually a science teacher in real life. So, like, that seems like the obvious, amazing character to embrace is your actual, like, he knows the chemicals that mix together to make kabooms and all that stuff. So, a whimsical science teacher, Pasha, I don't know why you haven't tried it yet. There's a million Jeff Hobsons, but there's no Pasha, the mad scientist, Yeah. All right.
My advice, as we just to finish on that, is that knowledge is key, and, like, scientific sort of knowledge or technological things are, like, indistinguishable from magic. My advice is that anything that you do, just give them a little truth and a great big lie. The little truth is, like, if you're doing a witch hand, you go raise both your hands up. You go, notice his right hand's a little bit higher than the other. And that's because he's trying to oversell, oh, this is definitely not it, when it actually is. Open your hands up. So you've got these like little truth, great big lies. Try and embed what you do in science, in truth. That's my advice.
Love it.
Nick's on fire tonight. I love the enthusiasm.
I had a lot of coffee.
Jeff Hobson gave us advice at his lecture, which was, if you don't know what your character is, ask someone that you don't know to look at you and tell you what they think you are. Like, who do they think you are? What do they think you do for a living? And then that'll give you some info that you're biased about yourself. And
you dial that up to 11, you know?
Yeah.
And then there you go.
So find someone a random stranger, and just say it's for a theater test or whatever, experiment. Tell me, who do you think I am? What do I do? Our next speak pipe, we probably got time for one more, is from Caden, coming in hot. Caden sent this in a week ago. Let's see.
Hey, Magic guys. Caden from over in the U.S. My goal this year is to start getting more gigs. Trying to not necessarily say make this my full-time career, but definitely trying to make it a solid part-time. And another goal of mine is which goes along with the first goal, is to really start consistently uploading to social media. Been working on getting a nice at-home kind of setup too. And I just invested in some Ray-Bans per Josh's recommendation in the Discord.
Nice.
So, yeah, I couldn't have done it without all the tips from you guys. Looking forward to another great year of Magic and with the Magic guys.
Thank you, brother. That sounds amazing. I think that long and short of that is stay the course, bro. As long as you stay the course. Like you're listening, and again, like we're always around. We're on the Discord. Just stay the course, bro. I think you'll get there quicker than you think.
Yeah, my feedback is I've just learned there's no correlation between your socials and how many gigs you do, like until you hit a certain point. So don't look at them as like make sure you focus on the getting more gigs part if that's your goal. Make the socials part a byproduct. Like the Ray-Bans are perfect. Like as you're doing the gigs, film the Ray-Ban stuff, you know? It's great.
And it's those socials that will get you more money once the viewer count gets up, the numbers grow. Then when you ask for those $2,000 gigs, you can back it up with 10K on Instagram.
Yeah,
sure.
Like definitely post clips that you're proud of and you've collected. And if you have a great idea for a video, film it. But if you're sitting at home going, should I spend the next 3 hours filming 7 days of content to schedule and post because I have to, or should I spend 3 hours working on my website and emailing agents and like do that stuff?
I would suggest the most important thing to booking gigs as a noob, someone trying to get more gigs, is just to be seen more, whether it be at a restaurant or street performing or at festivals, you know, anywhere you can get your face in front of people doing your stuff, hand out the business cards, and then you can start getting word of mouth and stuff like that.
Yeah. Sam Angelico gave me the Australian FISM winner. He gave me the best advice when I first saw him do a lecture when I was first wanting to do it full time. And he said, to get work, people have to see you working.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the truth.
That's right.
Thomas Congo is up next, baby. One of the OG listeners of our time.
Yes,
we share the same haircut, I'm pretty sure. And he's always a true artist at heart. And let's see what Thomas is up to.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy New Year, happy birthday, all the above for everybody. This is Thomas Conger, fellow community member that you see in the chats all the time, possibly in Discord under the alter ego alias of Ronnie Lido. I just want to say I really enjoy your guys' podcast. I'm not technically a magician, so to speak, although I do partake, especially on live streams and some of my digital collecting communities. But I do consider myself a sleight of hand enthusiast. But truly, I am an artist at heart. I've been one professionally for 13 years now. I've been working and, evolving every year and getting better and better. But New Year's resolutions, as far as they go, I'd like to get a couple more commissions than I typically do throughout the year. I'd like to get a couple of murals this year. I typically get like one a year now for the past 8 or 9 years, but I'd like to get more. And I would like to travel this year. I'm going to get a car finally after like 13 years of not having one, and I'm going to finally be able to just upgrade myself and take more opportunities this year. And New Year's resolution, possibly to try and meet one of you guys, or all three of you guys, or all four of you guys by the end of this year. All right, we'll enjoy, everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, brother.
Happy New Year.
Oh, happy New Year, sir.
I will say having a car is one of the most, it's remarkable how much more you'll be able to achieve with it. I had a buddy of mine who I used to try and give him work and give him things. He was like, oh, it's so hard to get to places, blah, blah, blah. And then I literally gave him my old car, and it took him years to pay it back to me. But at the end of it, he was just like, you were right. And I regret not getting it earlier and whatever else. And the way that he paid it off was I booked him for gigs, and then he would make $0 at the gigs, and he paid off the car. But ever since that happened, he then opened up his opportunities to do more work. And he was in the audiovisual realm, so he was able to do more work, get to more places, travel out of town, do more festivals. And that is what's going to open up for you, my guy. So your travel realm, it's all going to be self-working, just because you're now capable of doing it with the infrastructure you have. You've got the talent and you've got the ability to transport. So it's basically going to be self-working, buddy.
Yeah. And meeting us, that's so cool to think that like that would be a goal. Like that is an honor. And I mean, that's just a matter of come and see us, man. You have a seat at the Theatre of Magic waiting for you. Should you come along? Hopefully, I don't if we're all at Magic Live this year, if we do happen to schedule works out, then obviously you can tick them all off in one go. That would be sick as well. Probably a slightly less airfare. And in terms of getting more commissions, because I've seen Thomas's work, and he's an amazing artist, painter and spray painting artist when he's doing his murals and stuff. Yeah, social media at that actual, like when you have a product to sell, like that's when social media can really be dope. And so like right now for the Magic community would be the easiest way. Like maybe in the Discord we can talk about this more, but if there's a specific type of service you can offer to magicians for commissioned work, let us know. Like whether it's you do really whimsical hand designed arts of famous magicians like Diverna and Houdini, all that kind of stuff that people can hang on their walls. Like that would be sick. Maybe that's something you send me one of, and then it sits here, and then every time someone asks, what the hell is that? I go, hey, it's from Thomas Conger. Like maybe there's some kind of, set, like these set things that you can offer. I'm just thinking of ways we can help you really. But
I'm thinking branding. I'm thinking any sort of branding notion where it's like you could redo a logo or reinvent a logo that still is, let's say it's Mercedes for argument's sake, but it looks hella cool with the stylistic input from Thomas Conger. Like, when we're looking at folks like Sonia and come on, our friend from the UK.
Oh, Damien O'Brien.
Damien O'Brien. Those guys doing amazing brand deals and stuff. And it's like, those guys are very street stylistic. So pitching something to them, or it's like next time you do a thing, like, would you like me to do an art piece of artwork for you? But
yeah, here's the easiest way. I mean, I say it's easy. It's hard because you got to actually make the artwork, and I'm not as skilled as Thomas here. But like every time a movie comes out, paint like just a freaking dope ass your interpretation of the movie and make it a giveaway. Like post it and go, all right, comment, like, and share. And in a week, one person from the comments will win this thing. Bloody hell, you will have no problems flying in a private jet to come and meet us.
You film the creation for social media. You could film the process, right? Put it on a long or short form piece of content.
People will tip and pay you while you're freaking making it. Like, oh man, with those skills, like holy crap, that's awesome. And
the amount of people I know who just watch videos of like people washing cars, like just washing tires and stuff, like car detailing. I'm like, okay, this is a 46-minute episode. Like, I'm sure that there are folks in your realm, if you captured what you do, because what you do is so aesthetically gorgeous, and seeing that process unfold, yeah, man, it would be great.
Tim is asking, is there a place where we can see your work? There might be a follow-up for that. Otherwise, it'll be in the Discord. And yeah, look, I love it. And let's keep it rolling. We might circle back to that.
Yep.
But great goals. Great goals. Next speak pipe is from Gahan, who is a fellow Australian magician from Melbourne. What are you up to, Gahan? Let's have a look. Listen.
Hey, this is Gehan. I'll be doing my first ever solo magic show at the Melbourne Magic Festival this year. Looking back at your first ever solo shows, what are some pieces of advice that you wish someone would have given you when you performed?
So after doing my first Magic Festival show, I was sitting backstage with Halder Ramirez, who'd seen my show. And he told me this that might be of value to you. He said, you have a very strong eye for good magic, but there's no reason why you can't make it your own. He said, you opened your show with Sam the Bellhop. Why wouldn't you just do your own story deck? And I went, you're right. And that was the biggest thing I took away from that. Now, that being said, there's nothing wrong with it being your first go and you doing marketed effect after marketed effect. Just keep in mind, there's probably other magicians of the same ilk doing the same thing. You know, like I remember when the Amaze Box came out, there was an Amaze Box in every show. Just keep that in mind. You can either be a cover band magician or you can be Gehan, the magician. Your call.
I think for the first show, it's not a bad idea to, stick with some classics. Do you agree? Like your first one, right? And just, I guess I wish someone had told me that, the show's probably not going to go smoothly and things are probably not going to work, and that's okay because that's what happens to everyone. That's probably something I would say. And I wish someone told me you're going to learn a lot because the effects that you think in your head are going to work and be so cool and they'll understand, they just may not be the highlights that you think it will. So yeah, you're about to learn a lot. That's what I wish I was told. But fucking good work for going out and actually doing it, because that's the hardest bit, is actually not sitting in your room practicing magic and going, I'm great, but getting out there and you're going to find out a lot.
Also, one last thing, plan out your show, get a straight line on a piece of paper, put your routines down like this, and then I want you to graft what their experience is going to be for, like, make a note of what the emotional experience is going to be. If it's something heartfelt, if it's something just funny, if it's something, whatever it might be, and then graft it so that you at least structure your show to end on a crescendo where it ends with a nicer finish. Because you can either plan to fail or fail to plan. So don't do either of those. Like, just make sure that you have a little plan, right. Look at the picture from start to finish and inject whatever you need to in between that.
Oh, and here's the biggest one I wish someone told me. Actually rehearse the show from start to finish so you understand where props should be and end up and what pocket management should happen. Because if you just think in your head what you'll do next and like plan out the show, it's so wild when you actually do it and you like can't find things and you realize that this prop being in your pocket for half an hour warms it up and now it doesn't act the way it should. So I wish someone told me actually rehearse the show from start to finish, like as much as you can. So that would be another one. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I love this. We get a backstage of Trick Supply. This is great.
Fellas. Yeah, to finish your sentence there, Mr. Norbito.
I think anytime you're not able to make the show because you're working, we should have this view of the store because it's so cool.
You should program it as a preset.
Hey, Mackenzie, come wave to the magic guys. This is Mackenzie Soul. Mackenzie Soul. You can just stand right there. The camera's here pointing at you now.
What's good, guys? What's going
on? Where are you from, Mackenzie? England. This is Mackenzie is an America's Got Talent finalist. Yeah, and currently performing in Shin Lim show. Is that correct? Yeah, you got to be there tonight, I would imagine.
No, off Monday, Tuesday.
Oh, well, you say you go in the studio. Where are you going?
Different studio.
These kids work hard in Vegas. I know I've seen you on some social media with like Pete and Matt, and you're just.
Yeah, dude, my friend has been coming to our house every day to film. It's so funny. Good.
Matt Franco's coming to the house, filming all the time. Is that where you guys are shooting from?
Everything's our house. Yeah.
I've tried to weasel my way into that skit. You got to remind him Doug Kahn wants to be in there.
Bye.
All right. So yeah, that's what's going on, fellas.
Hell yeah. Look at that hair too. Very jealous.
I
of
know.
the
Let's
hair.
not look at it too much. So I'm gonna go see what I can do to help this young man out in his world. I'll let y'all watch me while I do that and keep on keeping on here.
Heck yeah.
Will do.
Great stuff.
All right,
All right.
Gowan, I hope that helped,
Nick.
buddy. Let's press on and see what the next one is.
Yeah, here we go. We got Tim Raymond coming up next.
Tim Raymond.
What's up, Magic guys? My New Year's goals for 2026 are: one, I want to try and volunteer my services at some fundraiser type events just to get some footage and video at some higher end events to use for a video promo. And my second goal is to hit up some schools and OSHAs early in the year to try and get my name out there for doing a few school workshops and that sort of thing to try and build that up a bit more
Mhm.
and finish getting the muscle pass down. Yeah, so those are my goals for 2026 and get some killer business cards. But yeah.
Goals.
Great goals. I love like the contrast there. Like, yeah, plan out this and send that. I want to hit up some more charity events to get promos. Muscle pass. I really want to get this muscle pass and business cards. I need some business cards. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to say this. If you're going to volunteer yourself for something, don't do it. I mean, like, by all means do it, but like try and aim to do it in a venue that is aesthetically gorgeous and looks very full. If you're going to volunteer yourself for the local RSL where there's a bunch of stacked chairs in the corner and it's like, you know, there's a panel missing from the ceiling and it's all harsh overhead lights, like, no. If you look at my website, nickkmagic.com, you'll see like my opening video of that particular room that I perform in quite regularly, as I am seeing that event and so forth, in that ballroom. That's the sort of thing you want to be capturing your stuff in. So like, that's a great idea, but like, don't just take anything, hyper focus and get it like in a nice venue, a nice hotel. We volunteer magicians for free every variety thing, which is to help raise money for children. So we'll nominate a few of us. In fact, I try to encourage everyone who works for myself to do one charity event a year, like generally for free. Or, you know, or like I'll pay them a few bucks out of my pocket to be like, look, they're not paying anything, but here's a couple $100, go work your magic, just to help people dip their toes in the water and so forth and get footage. But location, make sure it's gorgeous, make sure there's people, and make sure you look good too. Look like money.
Yeah, the type of events people see in your promo video is going to be what you're like. You end up getting attracted to doing more of. So if there's the footage is always of you in a backyard doing a birthday party, like they're going to think that's what they pay you. Like that's the level you're being paid for is backyard party magic, and they may not quite think of you for that big banquet gala dinner. So it's got to match, what you the target client you're aiming for. And great advice. Muscle pass, that's so funny. That's just a thing that, you know, I remember when I was learning the muscle pass, I would go in and out of motivation for it. I would try for a bit, then I would just give up and think it's never going to happen. Then I would see someone doing it again on Fool Us and be like, God damn it, I'm going to try again. And then I would give up. And then one day you get a little bit of movement from it and you're like, oh my God, this is possible. And then you almost give yourself carpal tunnel trying to learn. You get the calluses on your hand and then you stop. But while you stop, your muscles actually build and then you come back to it and all of a sudden you can do it. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, it is worth it. It is definitely worth the work, and just keep us updated. And business cards are a must. I'm doing both. I'm actually doing a muscle pass and business cards in one at the moment. I showed Nick backstage, but I just got these custom business cards ordered as a poker chip right now. So it's a poker chip, but it has my details on the back with a little sign so that I can do a muscle pass and give it away as a little memento. But anyway, I won't go into that. This is not about my dreams. This is about yours. And
you should make some shells, 3D print some shells as well. That'd be amazing.
I will ask Kerry about that shortly. But no, solid goals. Now we just got to action it. I like it.
Yeah, it's achievable. And you know what? It just takes time. It just takes time, and they're big goals. The school thing will be fine. That's all going to come down to your marketing. And look, you will get knocked back on a couple of things. Please do not be discouraged when that happens. You know, like if you ask, you get knocked down, and you don't even try, you get knocked down, same outcome. Same outcome. Just focus on the outcome, not how you got there. So
Yeah, boy.
keep the hustle up.
All right, Seth. We're coming up to Seth's speak pipe. Here we go.
Okay.
My magic New Year's resolution is to create more original magic. And I was trying to think of a practical way to like gauge that. And I've made my goal by, this year I would like to be able to do a strolling gig where I do nothing but original material. So, not like my handling on the ambitious card routine, but just tricks that I've developed from the ground up. Yeah. Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year, bud.
Now, before we talk about that, Tim just asked Doug, what did he buy?
He got Daniel Garcia's mint box.
Yeah, okay.
We're
So when
talking
you
about
see
card
that-
reveals, card in impossible location. Looked at the WoW case from the WoW change card and wallet. We looked at that, some card wallets, but Daniel Garcia mint box, easy option.
Okay. So when you see that on the next social media viral video,
These guys,
Doug.
Mackenzie and Pete Ciarano and Rodrigo and Matt Franco, they're all hanging out at his house making content on the regular.
Yeah.
Because you know why? They know it matters, right? Matt knows how important it is to have that social media tick. And that's what we're talking about, right? Getting those gigs and getting eyeballs on you and getting work. That's how you do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Seth was asking about doing original magic.
Yeah.
There is a was it? Let me get that book.
it's interesting that that's come up twice now to perform original material. I think, first of all, it's a lot harder than it seems to do like completely original stuff. But you know what? Go for it. And then the next question will be, can you make it entertaining? Because obviously the classic things are there, unfortunately, because they're so good at getting reactions.
Yeah. Well, here's
do
the
you
thing.
find?
Like I was just referencing Fitzky's book, The Trick Brain, and there was certain ways on how to be original and create stuff. Like you don't have to stretch that far. Like I do a version of Chicago Opener, but it's got a blank face, and the notion is that like I force a court card and I go, it gives it a kiss and sucks the face off, and then that indifferent card is now blank. So there's nothing. You can make it original by changing such a small thing. Like instead of card at any number, I do a card at any color, right? Like name a color, name a card, I turn it over, and it's your card is green, right? Like it's that sort of process. So it's not a huge stretch to do something entirely original or seemingly original. And the thing is, even if you think it's original, like don't even worry about it, because I can't tell you how many times I come up with something and then it already existed elsewhere. And then I would come up with something and then waste my time trying to figure out, okay, before I go any further, let me see where else it come from. Does not matter, man. The point is that you came up with it independently and it's to your style and to your liking and comes from your head. It's 12th monkey stuff. Like it's probably every chance what we thought existed elsewhere. I was jamming with a very particular type of card, guys. It was we were doing like very illogical moves that play in card magic, and they explained the concept to me, and then I just made up 3 on the spot and gave it to them, and they were just like, I've never seen these before. Then turns out, oh, the guy that created this concept, those 3 are his already. And I was like, great, I'm glad that I think the same as this cat. Not that I cared. So that's my advice. Just like, you don't have to change anything major, but look at something that you wish you did it like your way and something that you would like, because by making it personal, you make it original.
Yeah. And start with one routine. I wouldn't jump straight to this year being able to do an entire set original. Like just start with one, If you look back this year and go, that one thing, I've really made it my own, I think you'll be happy.
Yep.
Nick Gay coming up next. Coming in strong. Thank you for sending in your speak pipes last year too. for the end of year speak pipes. But let's see what we're doing for 2026.
Hello, Magic guys. Congratulations on surviving a whole nother year. So for this upcoming year, I have 2 goals. First goal, I want to be paid for a gig. I don't care if it's someone's birthday and they send me $50 afterwards. Last year, I worked a little bit harder and I did some gigs, all pro bono, a couple of open mics just to see if I could actually, do this. And I feel like it's time for me to start monetizing it. Hopefully this year, I'm going to get into my new house, going to get my office back, and I can start working on the socials more. That'll be fun. And then the second goal is going to be my daughter. She's 6 now, and she really loves magic. And I would like to have her do a trick for me, teach her some of the secrets. And I don't want to push anything onto her, but she really seems interested. I've seen her palm a coin before. She loves SpongeBall, so that's probably going to be where we start. And I just want to say thanks for all of the help and encouragement that you guys do. Send me more green rooms so I can rate them. And cheers to an awesome 2026.
Yeah. All right, Nick. Wow, that's cool. Have your was it his daughter? He said, show him a trick. What a cool goal that is. Bloody
Doug,
hell.
what would you suggest that small child sort of start performing?
My go-to in the shop is the magic coloring book, just because they can do it right away and it's relatable, in their universe. After that, push button magic, ball and vase, nickels to dimes, things like that, where it's pretty easy to do. SpongeBalls is an interesting choice because they're going to be doing sleight of hand magic. I kind of love that, and what you don't know don't hurt you, I guess. I don't know if that's the saying, but if you don't know, it can be easy. It doesn't have to be easy, So, I think Nick's got a pretty good head on his shoulders for what, a beginner needs. Super excited for him to be moving into this new space. I know he's been sandwiched up with the Familia, and very happy for you, Nick. So, anyway, yeah. Magic
awesome.
coloring book. Nick, you probably have one of those.
Yeah.
And in terms of doing your own first paid gigs, bloody hell yeah, let's do it. I mean, the easiest thing would be, and I put out a video last year for anyone starting gigs. It's the same thing. There's these automated agency websites you can just set up a profile for and start with a small fee, and you'll get small gigs to begin with. I think in America,
Thumbtack.
Gig Salad might be one of them.
Gig Salad's a good one.
What's the other one, Doug?
Thumbtack.
Okay, Thumbtack.
But Gig Salad's probably the best one.
Yeah. Over here we have Crowd Pleaser and Bark, and they're you set up your own profile and people can click on their city that they're a magician. They can kind of see your stuff. It's just an easy way to start. People with small budgets will typically go through these channels to find clients.
Yeah. Well, my advice on that is just don't price yourself out in such a way that you affect like the price of everyone else. You know what I mean? Like, don't be the cheapest guy in town. Like, find the good entry price and go from there.
Try and beat Pasha and get your first $2,000 gig before him.
Hey, Josh, you share that screen for a moment. Maybe do a little business while I'm working from the shop. I had Chris Likes Magic ask if we sell the Virtuosa wallet. You see where I have a present, share the screen? I can't click that button. Can you?
Mr. Christopher Wayne. Oh, there we go.
And then share the screen. Is that available to you or not? Present, share.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah. So if that's the wallet you're looking for, we do carry it. I don't have one on site in the showroom, but we'll ship it to you. It'll be there, promptly if you order it from Trick Supply. So yeah, we got it. That's the answer to your question. And now the boss is happier that I'm doing this while working. Thank you.
And Chris is in Boston right now. So it'll be going from Vegas to Boston.
Oh, the other boss is here too. Look. Hey, boys. Good morning.
There you go. Nice. Chris is currently just selling out Bonanza, the Boston Theater of Magic. that chapter that's open right now.
That's fantastic.
Selling out weeks in advance. I think all of January is almost sold out. It's absolutely insane how welcoming America is to Chris's magic. It's so dope. And now we've got Doug as his new dealer. The world is right. Yeah.
Chris asked if I have an opinion on it. I haven't seen the wallet yet. I haven't had my hands on one, and there is not one in this room. I'll try and find something out about it, and I'll get you as much information as I can as soon as I can.
Boom. Scotty P is next, and let's go with Scotty P. You know, so many good things to say about Scotty. Let's just jump into his resolutions.
Hi Magic guys, Scotty P here. While I do have Magic career goals for 2026, like putting together a small parlor routine in case I end up getting stuck performing for a table of 15 for an hour like Josh did, I thought since this is a safe space, I wanted to share a more personal goal. Last year in July, I made the challenging decision to stop drinking after a very dependent and very abusive alcohol relationship, to the point where I'd use it to start my day, as most people would start the day with coffee. With the support of family and friends, especially fellow magician Christopher Wayne, who provided insight and experiences from his own sobriety journey, I will be 6 months sober later this January. My number one goal for 2026 is to celebrate my 1 year sobriety in July this year, and also become incredibly rich.
A real showman. That, you know what? First of all, how funny that we were just talking to Christopher Wayne, and then this speak pipe is in reference to looking up to Christopher Wayne's journey. Scotty, thanks for sharing that, man. And man. It's so cool to hear you be vulnerable like that, because that's going to help other people listening to this that may be feeling a similar way as well. And we really hope that we can be there to help you celebrate that 1 year sobriety in July. Just don't fuck it up, all right? No, no. We look forward to that, man. That might be one of the best goals that I've heard so far.
That's right, man. Like, we are a community, and so again, like, stay strong. If times get tough, lean on us. We're here for you, buddy. It's good to know that you're doing well. Power to you. We're proud.
It's the killer. It's the best thing you can do for yourself. Congratulations.
And in getting incredibly wealthy, if you figure out how to do that, please, hook a brother up.
Yeah, share the love.
Yeah, but step one is don't drink it away. So you got that figured out.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, you are on the way. So good. I could talk about that for another 10 minutes, but let's try and get out these other goals here. We've got Matthew here. Matthew, is it Mosley? He only put his first name. We know Matthew, but he's a fancy Matthew because it's spelled Mathieu. So we always know who that is. Let's see what Matthew's up to.
Howdy guys. So one of my 2026 goals is to create this clown character called Fluffernutter
Matthew, the volume is all the way up, by the way. So good work.
We'll do our best.
And so one of the main things with this character is his hula hoop pants. Now, these hula hoop pants are like a Mary Poppins bag, if you will, right? Anything can come out of them. Not weird, but like fantastical or whimsical or even magical. Something of that nature can come out of these pants. Just the audience has no clue what would be coming next, right? So I obviously like to have balloons or sight gags, classic clown tropes. But I was curious if you guys had any magical ideas for like magic props or specific tricks that I could do that you guys had any ideas for that I could pull out of my pants and entertain the masses with. Um, and so if y'all have any ideas, any are appreciated. I can't promise I'll use them all, but I will try to incorporate some version of it because it is truly appreciated. Until next time, peace. Have a blessed day.
So just to be clear, Matthew's question is, what can he pull out of his pants to make it more entertaining for the audience? All right, and on to the next one. That's all we have time for.
Yeah.
Next one is coming from Scott Link. And Scott, we're going to see what you're up to. Hopefully you speak a little louder. Here we go.
Happy New Year to you guys and all the listeners out there. This is Scott Link from Charlotte, North Carolina. Recently, I landed a position with the Magician's Table, a London production that has come to the States and will be touring later on this year. It's really a pleasure because I get to do one of my signature card tricks, kind of a reverse Svengali effect. And I also am doing sponge bunnies in my set, which quite frankly couldn't be funner and easier. So it's a no sweat set I'm really enjoying performing. It may lead to opportunities to travel with that production, but if I don't get that chance, I do plan to travel quite a bit more in the coming year. I need to put more places with the faces I know. And I'm trying to break out into the retail market with a couple of effects. So you know you don't get your product out there unless you do the footwork. So hopefully I'll be doing some lectures and have some products for back of the room sales. Anyway, that's how my year's shaping up.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you guys have a good one and keep up the good work. Bye.
Right on, Scotty Link.
Let's go, Scott Link.
Love it. Yeah. Great work. Congrats, by the way, for getting the Magician's Table gig. That's awesome. That's like such a great atmosphere to be performing at. And knowing that Sponge Bunnies is killing in that environment is just also very cool.
Yeah,
Doug,
and
that's got to feel nice.
If you want to do a like market your own effects, like there's plenty of means of submitting a trick to Murphy's, Penguin, you name it, Bacon. Go and just throw it out there and be like, I've got a trick. Here's a video. If you want it, let me know. Illusionist. The worst they'll say is no. They'll, so typically like you show them something. The way it'll go is you show them something. They'll go, that's cool. Show us the tutorial. You show them how it's made, and then they'll think about it.
I know Scott a little bit. I know he's been independently selling these items. I know he's got the policy up on elephantpuzzle.com and his Decamorphosis trick. They're both good effects, and I think it's smart for a creator to do as many independent sales as possible. Let's rewind back to the social media chat, and I would suggest that a good demo on social media can sell you a buttload of products and make you a lot more money than going right to Murphy's or Illusionist or Penguin, where you're likely to make a couple $100 versus thousands. So if you're a creator, well, create some freaking videos, put your shit out there on social media, and then watch the money come in before you give it to the distributors. That's my advice.
True. And I guess a little thing I noticed in that 2026 goal voicemail is you said a lot of hopefullys. Like, instead of just something to be cautious of with your mindset with everyone is you said, hopefully I'm going to create some new products and hopefully I'll do lectures. And because of those products, I'll hopefully be able to sell back of room sales. That hopefully is not really a goal. So I would make sure to, in your own internal dialogue, say like, I will write a lecture, I will email 7 magic clubs, and I will have these products ready to sell. Like, it's a very small detail, but like, if I say, hopefully I'll make $1 million this year, it's very different. So
yeah,
just a little subtlety.
Clear defined goals that are attainable will change your life.
100%.
Little victories, man.
But yeah, we look forward to seeing what happens, man, and these products. We can't wait. Cannot wait. Dylan, our editor, is up next. We have two more. We have Dylan, and we have one more after this.
Cool.
Yeah, we chat. We're always chatting about the edits and stuff for the shorts coming out each week and things. So I'm curious to see what his actual goals are for this year.
No doubt.
Dylan Young, everyone.
What's up, Dylan?
Hey lads, hope you've been well. I thought I would share my big goal for 2026. Now this was something that I wanted to do last year, but I had my big mishaps with my surgeries on my knees, so I couldn't actually do a lot of filming because my goal for this year is to get into a film festival. There's a group of people I'm wanting to put together to work on a couple and perfect them to the best we can, and hopefully get into a festival by the end of this year. Because obviously my big dream is to be a working film director, so this will be amazing. And also we're at 250. That's crazy. I'm just gonna save you a button push, Josh.
But
no, yeah, this is great, man. I'm so happy for you guys. I hope you have a good 2026. Woo!
I'm trying. That's great, man.
And that was the end. Really kept us on a cliffhanger there at the end. So good.
That's a great goal. Absolutely.
Dylan, Dylan had these surgeries on his knees and he couldn't walk for ages. He had some, just as he's growing and getting older, there was like something that would keep popping out. And so he's really been nailing down on editing for a few people actually, because he just had no choice, even though he's a sporty guy, he loves to get out there and running and stuff. So that's very cool to hear that that's all healed and recovered this year. But Dylan, the film director, one day we'll look back, and we'll be like, that guy that directed Avatar 27, he used to make edits for the Magic Guys, So that'll be dope.
All right, one more to go.
One more.
And then we'll say ours. Yeah.
And for sure. Now, this last one is from one of our guests of the show. And what a perfect way to have the last speak pipe. It's from our friend Eric Uhouse has sent in a speak pipe. Included us in his book that came out this year. And let's see what his resolutions are.
Hello, Magic Guys. This is Eric Uhouse, and I'm excited to be able to share with you two things in this speed pipe. First thing is Happy New Year. Happy New Year. One of my goals for this year is to cut my 55-minute presentation down to 16 minutes and put it on the stage of TEDx. So that's happening this year. That's a goal. I'm putting it out in the world. The second thing I need to do is to go ahead and thank you all and give my acceptance speech for the prestigious award that was bestowed upon me from the Magic Guys for winning the best book of the year. So here it is. I want to first begin thanking all those people who I threatened and coerced into voting for me. I really had no intention of harming your friends, your families, your girlfriends. Tim, I'm really sorry what I said about your dog. I didn't mean it by any means, okay? Also, I have to thank God. I thank God because he gave me the strength and the power to crush my twin in the womb. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great New Year.
Whoa. That got dark so quick.
Thank you for that, Eric. Oh, and praise the Lord.
Man, that's so funny. Wow. Really took us for a turn there. I like it. Real storyteller. Doug's lost it.
I like it when things get dark, That's my ballpark.
Okay, that's probably a front runner for this year's best speak pipe, so we'll keep rolling with that.
Yep. Be a two-time winner.
Yeah.
Dude, that was funny.
I'm crying a little.
And you know what? I'm glad that it actually gave you some sense of accomplishment or wonder or fun or, for actually our episode naming your book as the best book of the year from the ones we looked at. Like I'm so happy that episode gave you some kind of, good feeling. And so that was all thanks to Nick coming up with that idea for the.
Let me
Magic
tell you, I
Guys
sold about a
Awards.
dozen of those books from this room. I love that book, and when people come in, if beginner, old guy, it's a great book. I try and sell it all the time. Some people are lazy, don't want to read and don't want to listen to me, but so
You know, I failed to mention one more award, which was because we do the Trick Supply Creative Challenge, and I forgot to mention who won that. It was one nomination, one clear winner that for the for like in those episodes. If you're unaware, Doug will run about the enormous warehouse, find a few props that he think are cool that we might not know about. He shows what they're capable of, and then we come up with routines, and we basically hand you a full-fledged routine, which you can then purchase through Trick Supply. What the clear winning product at the Trick Supply store was the Mylar flower. Like, it is.
Duh. I totally forgot to make that. I was going to make a short form with it on the Christmas tree. I forgot to make the ornament video. I was going to do it, but anyway.
Yeah. Well, I think we should tee up. Put it on your to-do list when you're running about in the next coming weeks. That we'll do a creative episode with some bits that you find around the warehouse. I think that'll be really fun.
Noted. Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So real quick, our goals for this year.
Yeah, let's start with your goals, Josh. What are your goals for 2026?
I want to hear Doug's. Doug's is always such a mover and shaker and getting up and doing things, moving different cities. You know, you got bloody plans. So like,
certainly want to keep busting my ass for this company. There's a lot of exciting things that we're doing, and I could focus on that. But personally, I would like to do more live performing in Las Vegas. I certainly see myself doing that, and even more formal theatrical performances. And then I want to get my butt on the road on this West Coast and go see the things that are close to me, like the Magic Castle, some of the other formal magic dining establishments, and some of the beautiful scenery the West Coast has to offer. I'll be doing lectures and performing at these places through 2026 and beyond. And that's my short list.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, the summary of my goals. One is to continually try and make one little thing better or more thoughtful in every show that I do, like tweak one little thing. It can be really hard to like creatively work on your show when you just have to go and do shows. Like, it's really hard to think about how to make it better or whatever. And so far this year, I've been able to tweak a little thing each week. And so my goal is to just a tiny little thing, whether it's like placing a prop somewhere so I don't have to do as much walking during the show and wasting that time. And hopefully by the end of the year, it'll just make it way more tighter and hopefully funnier and more magical. So that's one thing. Try and make each show a little bit better. Obviously, there is like a monetary goal I have that's just, only so that the skeleton of hitting that will let me know I've probably done things better than last year. And thirdly, get us to episode 300 this year of the Magic Guys. That's going to be the 300 Club.
Love it.
Nick, what you got, baby?
Yeah, mine's kind of straight out of your vein, buddy. My goal is just be better in every facet. So be healthier, be smarter, be lighter, lose weight. Be funnier, be more creative, just everything, just be better. Anything that I can do to be that little bit better, I'm doing it. So I'm just doing everything more, rehearsing more, I'm running more, I'm riding my mountain bike more, I'm eating less. That's my goal. My goal is just be better. And it's I think that when I do that, all facets of life are going to just elevate. And that's my goal. Just be better.
Be better. Be better. That sounds like a t-shirt. But guys, this has been awesome. Look, now you've manifested all of those goals, from Pasha's 2,000 gig to Caden's do more gigs, Thomas Conger's get more commissions, Gahan's first show. What was that one?
Tim's Muscle Pass, Seth's OG show, Drago just wanting to get a paid gig. It's all doable, friends.
Scotty P's sobriety 1-year chip in 12 months. This is Matthew's hula hoop pants, which we're still not going to address. But in the Discord, we'll do that in the Discord. Already can pull out of his pants, God damn it.
Well, you know what he could do? He could just fasten everything to his legs, and then that way it's not showing in his, you know what I mean? Like just make a holster that goes around your legs and put heaps of like mylar flowers, and you can just pull things out. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's the best way to conceal things when you're
nice. It's
hiding.
also like kind of the perfect top it, you know?
I just think if you're going to be a
thanks for
clown,
watching, everyone.
I just think if you're going to be a clown and you're going to draw attention to, like, you're going to be around kids and being like, look what's in my pants, maybe rethink it.
Or maybe it's an adult show. This pants skit is, for adult audiences only. And then, boy, do I have some recommendations for you.
Thanks for listening. It's time for us to disappear now. But we'll see you again on the next episode of The Magic Guys.